From Dog Pound Daily. So an early look at training camp battles for 2023. And the first one, Alex Wright against Isaiah McGuire. They're also talking about a tackle battle between Trysten Hill, Maurice Hurst. The QB3 battle between Dorian Thompson-Robinson and Kellen Mond. And then wide receiver 4, Marquise, Goodwin, and David Bell. But let's start right into Isaiah McGuire. And again, the mindset is let's bring in competition and make everybody better. And yeah, I get it.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that was a theme of Andrew Berry's draft this year. Is he drafted a lot of guys for depth, and there's going to be some competition going on this year, and that's a good thing, I think, for the Browns. You know, to continue to push the young players, try and get them to a higher level, and I think that's what we're seeing, particularly in this edge battle. I think McGuire, he seems like a little more refined coming into the NFL than Alex Wright, but what Wright has an advantage over McGuire is the fact that he's already played a full season in the NFL. He has an understanding of the grind in the NFL, what you have to do to win battles up front. Obviously didn't have a sack last season, but he came into the NFL far more raw, I think, than McGuire. This is going to be an important offseason for him to kind of continue to show growth, show the potential that he had when the Browns took him in the third round in 2022. And there's a lot of it there, especially from a physical perspective. It's a matter of, can he continue to develop technically so that once he has the technical aspect of his position down, that's when I think, the athletic ability is something that can really be shown through.
What are those other three, do you think, are you watching closely, the other three position battles that they mentioned?
I think defensive tackle, because right now the Browns need a second starter out there. Obviously Dalvin Tomlinson's locked into one of those spots, and that second starter battle is going to be so interesting to watch. Maybe it comes down to those guys like Trysten Hill and Maurice Hurst. Hill's obviously been around the league a couple times, not great, but solid. At least he's a veteran who's been there. Maurice Hurst has, came into the NFL with a lot of potential, but, he's been plagued by injuries, so it's been tough to kind of see him, not be able to live up to it just because he has not been able to stay healthy this year. Obviously, they drafted Siaki Ika. Who knows what happens with the defensive tackles they drafted before Ika? When you talk about Perion Winfrey, Tommy Togiai, and Jordan Elliott, who knows who's going to be kind of in that mix? So it's going to be that's going to be a fascinating battle. Also, that the hierarchy at receiver is something I'm so interested in, because now that you add Cedric Tillman to this room, now you have potentially, if you're the Browns, 6 guys you could put out on the field. Bell and Goodwin are guys that can very well play on the interior, and they play different kind of styles. Goodwin, although he's in his early 30s, still got some speed to him. And David Bell is very much a precise guy who knows how to get open. Didn't really get a lot of opportunities till down the stretch in the season when Watson took over as quarterback, when they went to more 3-4 receiver looks. So that one's going to be a sneaky battle. But all in all, I think for Browns fans, this could be a very fun training camp to watch, because there's going to be such good competition. I think pretty much all over the roster. You look around the roster, you look at these position units, there's going to be competition, and that's the important thing the Browns need to do, is need to continue, like I said, continue to push these young players, continue to develop them, and the more pressure makes diamonds, as they always say.
Yeah, and the thing about that is the training camp battles, that's a sign of depth, so that's always a good thing as well.